Worldwide V. Worldwide V.
Hey, what's going on, big bro? How's everything?
Peace and black power. Where are you in the world?
I'm in the Poconos right now. I'm actually in Pennsylvania. You probably remember me from the event we did with the mayor and Patterson, things like that.
Okay,
I hit you every once in a while to do some like political stuff. We do like Black Lives Matter.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what's going on, big bro?
I'm familiar
I've
with
been
the
quarantined,
Poconos.
so I'm only showing the eyes. I've been quarantined, so the beard
Yes,
is a little,
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, but I wanted to jump on, talk about something that me and my family was talking about the other day in reference to like the white mentality, the black mentality, and the homosexual mentality. Now, all three of these things, in my personal opinion, are man-made mentalities that people are digesting and allowing them to affect them spiritually. And I think that this white man mentality, this black man mentality has came during slavery, and now this homosexual mentality is being enforced just like the white and black mentality. And now it's to the point where like these demonic entities are here to stay. If that makes sense. I don't know if I'm saying, I'm not as
you make sense because
PhD.
it sounds like you're speaking to a reality that I have articulated multiple times in the past, and that is the three new faces of white supremacy are multiculturalism, feminism, and LGBTism. Those are the three new faces of racism. So racism has reinvented itself, my brother, to look like it's being attacked. It's reinvented itself to make itself like a victim. So if you want to destroy black men now, you don't only have to lynch them or kill them or incarcerate them. You can accuse the black male of being homophobic. You can accuse the black male of being insensitive to women. You can accuse the black male of not being a multiculturalist. You see how this works? So
yes.
Even if the black male has no power, the black male has no job, the black male is disorganized, the black male is being oppressed. But guess what? He can still be considered, okay, he can still be considered a perpetrator by simply disagreeing with homosexuality. You are a perpetrator by disagreeing with radical black feminism. You are a perpetrator by disagreeing with multiculturalism. So this is racism reinvented itself, weaponizing itself in these new three movements in order to castigate the image of the black male. Continue.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, me personally, I mean, I do feel as though, black people for the last 400 years have been dealt a pretty bad hand. But I am a firm believer.
And we have dealt ourselves a pretty bad hand as well.
Oh, yes, absolutely, absolutely. Now, I'm more of a person who kind of follows Martin Luther King than Malcolm X because I do feel like love is the answer. But I know at a time like this,
but love is not a political strategy, though. So,
oh, yes.
When you say love is the answer, I want you to clarify that because I believe in love, too. But I don't believe in loving people who are trying to kill me. So,
well, that's what I was just about to get to. Like, as far as Malcolm X, I'm starting to really like kind of see his vision a lot more on, like kind of an eye for an eye and things like that. Because like I got to see that the Breonna situation, how they kind of weaponized it to look like they were doing something for Black Lives Matter when all they did was fire the cop and make a law. And he gets no type of punishments or consequences or repercussions for his actions. And in my personal opinion, I feel like I'm not saying for people to go out there and do something to that brother or, anything of that nature. But I am saying that, wrong is wrong, right is right. And I think that he does have to answer to what he has done to our young black sister.
Oh, I totally agree with you. And I'm also upset that the Attorney General for the state of Kentucky was out having a snow bunny wedding instead of, fighting for justice for our sister, fighting because someone needs to be prosecuted. I don't care if it's the chief of police. Someone has to answer for that death of our little sister. And instead of him trying to prosecute someone for the loss of life of Breonna Taylor, because to be honest with you, even if they don't lock up the police officer, they need to lock up the chief of police or whoever sent them out to that home because that wasn't even the right house. And the person that they were searching was already in custody. Totally negligent behavior. That was totally irresponsible. No way should the police have even been there. So the policeman could argue that even though I'm responsible for this, I was sent out to deliver this execution at the hands of my boss. So whether the boss go to jail, whether the boss and the killer go to jail, somebody has to answer for Sister Breonna's death. But that attorney general is an absolute coon. How dare you be out there marrying a snow bunny when our sister's 6 feet deep and no justice has been served to her?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I'll end on this. My girl, we were talking the other day in reference to something you had stated. Oh, man, I cannot remember. It is like right on the tip of my tongue, too. It was something you had referenced about it wasn't the Black Lives Matter campaign, but we did talk about that as well. I'm not too strongly behind them right now, neither, because I did see that they were,
well, there's
not
two
really...
Black Lives Matters, my brother. There's the grassroots one, which doesn't have a leadership, doesn't have a face. That's the original one. And then you have the organization founded by the 3 lesbian sisters who appropriated the name of the grassroots organization, Black Lives Matter.
I think that's the lady that we're talking about, because I saw an interview with her when she had a chance to sit down in the news and talk about, I guess, what we would consider some type of demands or some type of,
She's not going to consider none because they're controlled by the government.
Oh, that's what I was just about to get at. Her demands were we need to not vote for Trump. It had nothing to do really with what Black Lives Matter stands for and bringing some type of, awareness to what's going on with Black people. Her whole topic and suggestion for what I saw, which is like on YouTube, news, everything else, is that we need to get Donald Trump out of office. She never really addressed the Black struggle and what's going on with
She's
Black
not
people.
going to, because...
And that was very odd to me. And I've dealt with them in the past.
Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to throw them under the bus because there's a lot of young, good people in it. And I don't want the young, good people to feel like, Dr. Umar, should I drop out of it? No, I want you to stay in it because I want you to see how white-funded Black organizations operate. See, I'm not one of those people who will tell you, don't join the NAACP. I'm not one of them people who will tell you, don't join the Urban League.
Well, yeah,
I'm not one of them people who will tell you, don't join Black Lives Matter. I want our young people to join it because I want them to learn firsthand how those organizations are controlled by their white financiers. So once they get tired of being in the group that they can clearly see is not about systemic change, they will leave it and join a more revolutionary movement.
It seems like the Democratic Party is the one kind of pulling the strings behind this whole thing, but that's, once again, that's my personal opinion. No disrespect to them. I've done a lot of things with them with, like, the girls that went missing in Maryland and DC.
I marched with Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
I'll march with them again if I have to.
Yeah,
I'm simply saying that I respect the people in it. There's a lot of good people in it. There's a lot of good people in the NAACP. I love
they always infiltrate our stuff. We can't just have our stuff.
Listen up.
Yeah.
The movement itself, the structure, is not designed to deliver justice to Black people. That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely. I agree, man. I'm not going to hold you up too much. I know you got a lot of people on here waiting to jump on, but I appreciate it. But I'm going to definitely tap in with you, though, big bro. I appreciate it.
All right. You make sure you donate to FDMG as well, my brother.
Okay. Will do, brother. Will do, big bro. I'm about to do it as a matter of fact right now. I ain't got much, but I'm going to send a few dollars over. I got you.
That'll work. Whatever you got.
You already, man. Definitely.
Who tapping in next? And as far as the LeBron James school go, I'm going to say this again. I done said it a million times. LeBron James does not have a school. LeBron James does not have a school. Okay? Private citizens cannot own public or charter schools. Private citizens cannot own public or charter schools. Private citizens cannot own public or charter schools. I have too much respect for LeBron James to believe that he would open a school and put white women in charge of it. I have too much respect for LeBron James to believe that he would open up a school and put white women in charge of it. That is not his school. It is an Akron public school. LeBron is partnered with them. It is a partnership. He provides the money. He provides the scholarship. He provides the sneakers. He does not provide the curriculum. He does not provide the special ed system. He does not provide the discipline code. He does not hire or fire the teachers. LeBron James does not have a school. He is partnered with the Akron Public School. You Negroes need to get an education. Now, I do hope that one day LeBron does open a school. I do hope that LeBron does open a real LeBron James Academy for Black boys in Akron. Maybe after he retires, I will be patient and give him some time. I hope he does open a real school. But that school in Akron, that ain't it. That is a public school run by white girls. I have too much respect for LeBron to believe that that's his. And I know it's not his because I'm an educator and I know you can't own a public school. But I do have faith in LeBron, and I do believe one day he will open up a real school that he owns. But that ain't it. Tap in. Tap in. Who tapping in? Beauty Within going once. All right, who tapping in? Bill Cosby is on appeal. Hopefully he'll get out. He's too old to be in jail legally blind for a crime he didn't commit. Cam Newton to the New England Patriots. I'm a Cam Newton fan. Black Queen. Okay, I support Cam. City Red going once. City Red decline. Everybody's scared to tap in today. No worries on that. I'm going to go ahead and go back to sleep. It's 8 o'clock. I'm going to grab a couple snoozies. Donate with FDMG. Make sure you donate. We coming soon, y'all. Architect will have the blueprints done in the next week or two. Time to get that electrician, trying to get them lights on, time to get that plumbing done, time to get that HVAC done, time to get that carpentry done, brothers and sisters. I want to have the Garvey building done by the end of the year. That is the goal. We are tax exempt now, so keep track of your donations so you can claim them on your taxes. We are tax exempt. Yes, indeed, we most certainly are tax exempt. I will be doing a Black Parent teleconference to end the year. I will be doing a Black Parent teleconference to end the year. I'll talk to Allison one time, and then I'm going to head on out. Sister Allison, where you at, goddess? One of my supporters.
Hey, good morning.
Good to see you, beautiful.
Oh,
How are
you're
you?
so sweet. Good morning, Dr. Umar.
Where you at again, Sister Allison? Where you at? What city?
Yeah, it's Elysian. It's
Elysian. I'm sorry, Sister
Oh, no
Elysian.
worries. It's hard to pronounce. From Austin, Texas.
Austin, I got you.
So it's 7. It's super early, but always so proud of you and excited to see the greatness that you do, you know. So I have a couple of questions for you. I am just very concerned on how things are going, you know, in the world. And I just wanted some, and like I said, I'm sorry, I literally just got up. It's early.
It's okay.
What your thoughts are with, you know, just as a single mother, things we should prepare for. You know, I have a very, you know, legal mind. So I know a lot of people are, you know, oh, wear the mask. But I'm like, people don't understand how such a slippery slope that is. Mandating something so simple can just lead to, okay, yeah, it's just a mask. And the next day it's, you know, you have to get this vaccine, which a lot of states already do. Then after that, you know, maybe a chip you have to do. Now, currency is already starting to be a little phased. You know how money and coins are starting to say coins is limited, where you could only use cards, you know. So, I mean, it's so many things that are going on that I don't think people are really noticing the severity of it. So I just wanted your thoughts on that economic part, you know, closing businesses, opening businesses. A lot of businesses may be permanently closed after this. So I didn't know. I'm trying to figure out some online businesses that I'm gonna, you know, I have a goal I want to start setting to increase, you know, revenue and things.
Yes,
But
yes.
I didn't know what your thoughts were on that. And then I also had a couple other questions for you,
Okay.
but I'll be quick.
Well, firstly, I think you raised a good point. And one of the things I'm paying attention to, Sister Elysian, is whether or not they're going to let the children physically return to school this fall.
Yeah, yeah.
That is going to be a very big telltale sign with regard to what they're up to, whether this was temporary or long term. Everybody's waiting to see what is going to be the decision about public and charter school. Because here's the thing, especially for African American children in inner city schools, they already don't have good air quality.
Right.
They already don't have good air quality. So are you telling me you're going to bring these children back, thousands of them, in overcrowded school buildings who already don't have good air quality, and you're going to force these babies to wear a mask indoors where you already don't have quality oxygen?
Yeah.
So a part of me is really, really keen in on how they're going to handle the education piece.
Right.
That's number one. Number two, I think one of the goals of this whole COVID pandemic, which I do believe was man-made, okay, was to sabotage the international markets, to turn powerful countries into slave nations. They wanted to sabotage everybody's economy to force you to have to go to the World Bank, Washington, D.C., International Monetary Fund, Washington, D.C., to London and France.
Yeah.
So it was a way to basically knock everybody's house down and make you come crawling back to the white slave master. But in doing that, they also had to sabotage domestic businesses. So it's going to be interesting to see whether or not they allow society to resume as it did previously. Because if they don't, as you already said, a lot of those companies are going out of business for good. I believe I heard AMC Theater, was it? I think it was AMC Theater, which is one of two of the largest movie chains in the country. I think they said they're going out of business if they don't get opened up real soon. They're going to be done forever.
Yeah.
So we could be looking at the beginning of the end.
I know, and like, you know, I work for a nonprofit, you know, thank God we're still good. Hey, I didn't got, I think like another $80,000, you know, so I'm like, I'm serious about grant writing this year, you know, so it's been a good year. But even nonprofits, they said that a lot of them have been furloughing staff. Like a lot of nonprofits are downsizing to 40%. I mean, it's a lot of companies that you don't even think would be affected by this are really struggling right now, you know, and bars. And I mean, it's ridiculous. And if you look at the science behind a mask, you know, the cloth mask ain't doing nothing. It's not doing nothing, you know, but you're breathing in your own oxygen. So it's a trip. So I'm like, I think we need to all bear arms and start a garden in the backyard. And
I definitely think that we do.
Yeah,
I definitely think that we do. And to that point too, Sister Elysian, there's a lot of towns for sale in America. There's a lot of towns for sale, right? And I think Black people could consider getting one, but it might be more convenient and less economically stressful if we purchase one of these universities and turn the university into a town. With a university, you don't have as much to manage. You don't have as much overhead as you would in a town. You have your living space with the dorms, your apartments. I think that we should really look at purchasing a couple universities and turn them into startup Black Wall Street communities.
I agree. Okay, then a few other ones, you know, I'm quick but to the point. Are you going to watch Minister Farrakhan's on July 4th? I know he's been getting, I
wasn't, I didn't know about the minister's upcoming speech. Now that you told me, I probably am going to check it out a little bit. I'm very, very political in my assessment though. And the minister gets religious a lot. And I'm not really interested in the religious message. I want to hear about politics. I want to hear about goals. I want to hear about measurable outcomes. I don't want to hear a bunch of Bible and Quran. That's not an attack on the
Yeah.
minister, because I
Oh
love
yeah,
him
no
and respect
doubt,
him.
no doubt.
You
Yeah,
know,
no, yeah,
I just crave a more
yeah.
politically
Not a
focused
sermon.
message. I don't want
Not
a
a
sermon.
sermon. I hear
I'm
you.
done with the sermons. I'm done with
I
the
hear you.
sermons.
We've been hearing
But
sermons for 400
but
years.
that
I
doesn't
get you.
mean he's not going to give us a
Right,
politically astute message. So I
right.
need to be humble and respect the minister, which I always do. And now that you told me that, I'm going to tune in, and perhaps he will give me what I'm looking for.
Okay. Then a couple of other ones. One is I did sign up. I was going to go to Dallas and hear the training, but of course, with all this foolishness going on. So did you have a date yet, or are you going to email people who registered about the online
Yeah,
session?
I got a lot of feedback from Dallas in particular, because I had to reschedule a lot of cities. But I heard from a
Yeah.
lot of Dallas people, and they said, Doc, we don't want no Zoom training. We want you in the flesh.
Really?
So
Okay.
here's the good news though. Here's the good news. This is what I
Okay.
think I'm going to do.
Okay.
For the people who registered, because we have these COVID-19 social distancing indoor regulations.
BS.
And I think they're only allowing like what, 25 to 50 people indoors.
But if you protest, you can go up to 100, which is still some
Well,
BS.
the good news though, the good news is my trainings, I like to keep them to no more than 100.
Okay.
So I'm going to resume the Dallas training.
Okay.
I'm going to double check on what the law is saying, because I got haters out there. They'll call City Hall on me and try to get, that's what they do. So I'm going to double check the indoor restrictions. I'm going to reschedule it. And so all of you who scheduled will definitely be there. And then I may allow for a few more people to register, because that 50 to 100, that's right around what I'm looking for the trainings, because they're so intense and so focused. So, and plus the new book will be done soon, God willing. It should be in print next month. So it'll be a book signing / training. So I am going to be looking to go ahead and come back to Dallas real soon. Yes, indeed.
That sounds good. And I'm
in fact, what you can do for me, attorney, if you don't mind, check the indoor regulations for the social distancing. See if you can get me a hard number so I know what we can do. And then I'll take it from there. Because if you say, Doc, they said 50, then we'll just do the 50. If they say 100, we'll do the 100. But again, the number's not a problem for me, because that's normally what my target is for the trainings anyway, because they're not lectures, they're trainings. So I don't have a problem with the number. I just want to make sure we don't go over it.
Well, if you make it a spiritual thing, then, that can kind of add a certain protection to,
Well, let me know about that. Hey, I can do the preacher thing. I'm an initiated traditional priest.
Yeah,
of Ifa. So we can go that route. Let me know, because if we got to go that route, and I got to do the libations and throw some salt on some police, I'll do it.
I say let's add the spiritual and religious context. That's another added layer of protection. I would say
that's why we need the lawyers. See, I didn't even know that. So
yeah. So that's a good one, because that's excluded. So that's what I would say. We are followers of the DrP.O.P.A, whatever libation, FDMG church / synagogue / Psy.D, whatever, we could throw something up. So
I'll rip the Bible. I can open up the Bible. I'll get into a couple chapters in that too if I need to.
Yeah, all of it, just all of it. So that was it. And I think I had one other question. Yeah, and just hopefully you can get on to some of this online revenue. I think that's where a lot of people have to do. So even with if it's counseling or life coaching or tutoring, I think that's just a good revenue booster at this point, because everyone's all freaking out. Oh, the homeschool. I was like, that'd be another one. Have you had any?
Homeschool network. Still working on it.
Zoom. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm like, there's a lot, I think, revenue that everybody has to reformulate and think about, online. So I was just curious about that. I always love hearing your insights. So, but I'll definitely text you info about, a church / synagogue / I don't know what they call it, Yoruba. I don't know. Yoruba.
Egg bed.
Yes, there you go. That could be the church name for Dallas. That's an added threshold.
Right.
So, all right. Well, thank you so much for your time. I always support
Appreciate
you.
you.
You're doing a great work, and
Thank you
I'll
so much.
definitely text you and hope to speak with you soon. Keep your head up and ignore the haters.
Thank you, baby. Appreciate you.
All right.
All right,
Thank
now.
you. All right. Bye-bye.
Dallas, I'm coming. Black Parent Advocate book release. Dallas, I'm coming. If you already registered for the training, you don't have to register again. Okay, once the Queen texts me and let me know what the registration limit is for indoor social distancing, I'm gonna let y'all know. But Dallas is going to be one of my first stops. Dallas is going to be one of my first stops. I'm telling y'all right now, I'm also looking at Memphis, Tennessee, Jackson, Mississippi, and Mobile, Alabama. Memphis, Tennessee, Jackson, Mississippi, Mobile, Alabama. I'm going to do 3 cities, 3 days. Book signing. I'm going to try to do the trainings, but definitely the book signing. So we working on that. Yeah, she was a beautiful sister. She was definitely a beautiful sister. But let me say this, though. Wifey resumes, age limit 35-49. Wifey resumes 35-49. Okay? If you feel that you got what it takes and you're a year or 2 older or a year or 2 under, I might consider it, but 35-49. The other thing too, and all the resumes I got so far have been powerful, strong sisters, beautiful sisters, a lot to offer, but I got one concern. All the wifey resumes I've gotten, strong sisters, beautiful sisters, good resumes, they bring a lot to the table. I haven't seen one yet that I could sneeze at.